One day, James was sulking in the sheds. "It's not fair," he complained. "I can't believe Sir Topham Hatt took away my red paint and gave me this yellow and black busy as a bee paint. I hate Sodor, so therefore I'm going to teach everyone a lesson." Then he huffed crossly away. First, when James saw Thomas, he biffed him straight into a siding. "Geez, James, watch where you're going," said Thomas crossly. Then, when James saw Toby, he biffed him into the siding. "Geez, James, what is your problem?" said Toby crossly. Then, at the docks, while Cranky was loading Percy's train, James biffed straight into Percy and Cranky dropped the load. Percy was very cross. "Jesus, busy bee, watch where you're going." "Yeah," said Cranky crossly. "Stop pushing everyone, you giant bumblebee." Then James biffed straight into the back of Ryan and pushed him right off the tracks and into the buffers. Ryan was cross. "Really, James? What in your head made you think it was okay to do that? Like, what is wrong with you?" Then later, James rushed crossly back into Tidmouth's sheds. Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to James. "Well, James, I heard that you've been pushing engines around, and I am very disappointed in you." "No, I don't care. Why do you all hate me?" "We don't hate you. We're just very disappointed in your behavior. So that's why I gave you this yellow and black paint. And the way how you treated the engines today, you will not be getting your red paint back anytime soon. And as your punishment, you will be working with the Diesels." James was shocked. "No, please, sir, not the Diesels, please." "No, too late now," said Sir Topham Hatt crossly. "You will work with Diesel, Ari, and Bert." Then James puffed up to Diesel, Ari, and Bert. They all laughed. "Oh dear, look, Ari and Bert," said Diesel. "It's James the dirty bumblebee." "Watch out," said Ari. "He might sting one of us." "Yeah, he's a giant bumblebee," laughed Bert. "He may kill one of us." James was so embarrassed. Later at the junction, Diesel and James met up with Henry. Henry was laughing. "Oh, look, it's James the Diesel." "Oh dear," said James. "I cannot believe I have to do this." Then when James was working with Ari and Bert, he saw Stanley, Edward, and Gordon. "Well, well, well," laughed Stanley. "If it isn't James, then it must be James the Giant Bumblebee, or James the Dirty Diesel." "Imagine a steamy working with diesels with yellow and black paint. That would be so embarrassing," laughed Gordon. "I can't believe I'm saying this, but James in his yellow and black paint working with diesels is way more embarrassing than me with the yellow and black stripy diesel buffer." James was so embarrassed he had nothing to say. Then later, James went up to see Sir Topham Hatt. "Please, sir," said James sadly, "if I promise to help all the engines I pushed, then can I please get my red paint back soon?" Sir Topham Hatt wasn't sure. That's only if you work extra hard and apologize to the engines you pushed." "Yes, sir," said James. "I'll go and get Harvey." And he went to go get Harvey. Later, James arrived with Harvey to help Ryan. At last, Ryan was back on the tracks. "Thank you, James. Thank you, Harvey," said Ryan. "Happy to help, Ryan," replied Harvey. "Ryan, I'm sorry for pushing you off the tracks. I was just having a bad day. Please, can I do your work for you?" "Yes, of course you can do my work for me," replied Ryan. "You can take the cheese to the dairy." Then James chuffed up to Toby. Toby was cross. "Toby, I'm very sorry for pushing you aside," said James sadly. "Please, can I do your jobs?" Toby smiled. "Of course you can. You can take the milk to the dairy." Then James went up to Percy. "Percy, I'm sorry for pushing you and making Cranky drop your load. Please, can I do your work for you?" "Wow, James," replied Percy. "That means a lot. Sure, you can take the cocoa powder to the dairy for me." Then last but not least, James went up to Thomas. "Thomas, I'm sorry for pushing you onto the siding. Can I please do your jobs?" "Of course you can. I forgive you," said Thomas. "You can take the children to the concert." Then James started doing his friend's jobs. First, he did Thomas's job by taking the children to the concert. Then he did Ryan's job by taking the cheese to the dairy. Then he did Toby's job by taking the milk to the dairy. And last but not least, he did Percy's job by taking chocolate to the dairy. Later that evening, James arrived at Tidmouth Sheds. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. "Well, James, I am very proud of you for doing all your friend's job. And, as a reward, you can have your red paint back tomorrow morning first thing." James smiled. "Yay, thank you, sir." And then James was happy to have his old red paint back.